heard the advice that you know when your writing is complete when there are no additional words to remove. This may be a mindset shift for some of us, but trust me, the more words that we can take out of our writing and still communicate creatively and succinctly a specific thought, the better. Hey sis, welcome to the Entrusted Women Podcast, a one-point podcast created to equip Christian women communicators of color. Every episode focuses on a single point to equip you in one of four areas: purpose, writing, speaking, and business. Along the way, I will share stories, lessons, tips, mistakes, and real-time experiences I am learning on my journey as a Christian woman communicator of color. Now, let's dive into episode 11. Today's point is use one-word sentences. The average attention span for the notoriously ill-focused goldfish is 9 seconds. But according to a new study from Microsoft Corp, people now generally lose concentration after 8 seconds, highlighting the effects of an increasingly digitized lifestyle on the brain. Time magazine. This 2015 quote from Time magazine has been disputed and called a myth by some, but I do believe that there is a whole lot of truth to it. I think it might be better, though, to say that the average attention span is shorter than a goldfish when we are doing something that we are disinterested in. For example, reading. Now, for all of my readers and writers out there, I want you to hear me out. Yes, I agree there are those people who would say books are friends. I love books. They rather be with books than be with people. They read 100 books a year, yada, yada. And then there are those, however, who read books on occasion, one a month maybe. But if there is something really great on Netflix, Disney Plus, or HGTV, they just might opt to do that instead. This may or may not be the category that I find myself in. Writers are now competing with a whole lot more things that are vying for the attention of the average short attention span human being. We are now competing with social media, podcasts, YouTube, subscription services, artificial intelligence, overstimulated brains, overbooked lives, lions, tigers, and bears. Oh my! It doesn't take rocket scientists to point out the obvious. So what does that mean for writers? Are we, along with the writing craft, about to go down with Fred, Wilma, and the dinosaurs? I believe we need to write with the reality of short attention spans and all of the other competing factors in mind. This means that we need to make our writing scannable. Since we know that people are more likely to scan the content, or maybe they are pressed for time, how can we, the writers, create content that will be meaningful and relevant, but also concise and to the point? Because people don't have time like that. Now, I'm specifically referring to content that you might get online in an article or a devotional. One way to do this is by writing one-word sentences. Now, hold on, I can already hear you through the computer screen. Yes, a single word is not a sentence, and it is grammatically incorrect, but it can be helpful in making an impact or a point in your writing. If it is overdone, it can be a little bit too much or a little annoying for the reader. So you might be wondering, well, then how should I incorporate single word sentences into my writing? So glad you asked. I'm going to offer you a few suggestions. You can use single word sentences in dialogue. For example, if you have two characters having a conversation, one of them may ask a question like, what? or how. You can use imperative words or commands in a single word sentence. Words like go, leave, run, stop. These words pack a punch in your writing and really make a statement. You may use adjectives as single word sentences. Words like amazing, wonderful, horrible, disgusting. You may even use exclamations as single word sentences. Words like wow, yikes, no, yes. All of these words have the ability to communicate a point to the reader. You know the saying, less is more. Using a whole lot of words does not make us great writers. Great writers are able to build bridges with their readers, not walls. If we are focused on serving our readers with content that makes a beeline to their heart and to their mind, then we are on the path to becoming excellent writers. This can be done with brevity. I have also heard the advice that you know when your writing is complete when there are no additional words to remove. This may be a mindset shift for some of us, but trust me, the more words that we can take out of our writing and still communicate creatively and succinctly a specific thought, the better. And no worries if you are a little bit verbose like me, there's hope for us. We too can write in a concise manner and adopt the strategic use of a single word sentence. Now, if you are interested in connecting with other writers, I want to encourage you to join our free community of entrusted women that are focused on determining the specific message that we have been entrusted with and the intentional purpose God created us for. And I also want to invite you to join me next week as we talk about why you should formalize your business structure.